Hey young bloods, what's going on? It's Steven, or the artist also known as Drew-ojisan. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're new, then if you're new, welcome. It's good to have you here. And if you're coming back from a different video, then welcome back. The last video I did a video on like basketball, but I did the playoffs, and you can just go to my channel. I can't do annotations and stuff like that and put links. I don't remember how, but if you don't care about that, or if you're, I don't know, who cares, whatever the reason is, if you're back here, then welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. In the previous video, in an episode of cringy voice acting, boringness, a couple of freaking weird edits here and there, we started the game, and pretty much I get dragged by Suri to this literature club, and then now we have to write a poem. So I don't want to. The last video was like the last video of this Doki Doki Literature Club. I made like 15 minutes, so I don't want to do that this time. So let's try and get it under that this time around, and you guys can hold me accountable. Tell me, oh, you did it again, you're bored. Anyways, before I keep babbling on, let's get on with the game and see what happens. And without further ado, all right, so here we go. All right, you can use the skip button to fast forward through the text you've already read. Okay, so there's girls here. See, I'm a performer. I'm Uncle Drew. I dazzle people with my Uncle Drew. Drew-ojisan. I dazzle people with my samurai sword skills and ball handling.
That's too much, son. Take the lead to playing with.
Or dazzle. I only love my bed and my mama, so I love my bed. I love you only partly. I'm sorry. Heartbeat. My heart beats in rhythm with my dribbling skills, so heartbeat. I'm unpredictable like my ball handling skills are, so let's say I'm unstable. Pah! Again, I'm not straight.
Gay.
That came off wrong. My ball handling's not a straight line, man. I'm freaking Drew-ojisan. I'm Uncle Drew. I think you get the point already. I'm incongruent like my ball Ooh, Yuri. Yuri. Let's just go with eternity. I don't know. Yuri. Broken like your ankles. Sunset, atone, kawaii. Promise, jumpy. My ball handling skills have gotten you jumpy and incongruent. Oh, not skills. Well, guys, in real life, I have a crush, and my love is currently unrequited because I haven't made the shot yet, and I haven't shot my shot. So there you go. I'm a sensation, my ball handling skills. See, I think these girls are jumping because they're interested in me or something. So let's try and go for Yuri. So what? Yuri liked what it was, horror. So let's go with like something with horror. The most grotesque word I can think of here is extreme. So let's go with extreme. Oh, she liked. Okay, let's go. Playground, lust, lazy, papa, summer, raindrops, hair, special analysis, horror. She likes that again. Let's go. I want your bosom. I'm a thirsty guy. I want you. Alright. Peace? Oh, Natsuki likes that. Okay. Massacre. We're going with for Yuri. Guys, it's not necessarily me. I'm letting my feelings dictate over my mind. So let's go with massacre. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, boy. Here we go with voice acting again, guys. Voice acting time. Hi again, Steven. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Yeah, I'm not running from you, Monica. I mean, you're out of my league, but you're a physical specimen, as you recall. I mean, you were built out of a lab. Let me just... Nah. I still have to go like Sasuke, right? Like freaking emo, I'm cool. You know the whole deal. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Yuri. Oh my gosh. Thanks for keeping your promise, Steven. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack.
Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too.
Come on, sir. You've been talking. Come on. She knows a lot. She's been talking about me, huh, Natsuki? Yeah. Freaky stuff, guys. She's... The stuff she does before she goes to sleep. Alright.
I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what.
Wait. That's whose voice?
But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in this club room. See, you and I will see. See, just tell me if you read manga. I mean, in real life, I have a manga collection right there. I have Tokyo Ghoul right there, sitting in my shelf. Anyway, stop yapping. Let's talk manga, man. I mean, lady, girl. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Yeah, she's right, guys. There's words in it, and there's a story going on. It's just a book with pictures in it. It's a picture book for adults, guys. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Steven always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking.
Because you were too lazy.
Like cooking, cleaning my room.
Oh, shoot.
How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Man, you're freaking like Sakura, man. You're like Sakura Haruno. You're cardboard and yeah, you're useless. Sorry. If you know what cardboard means. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
Bang, bang, bang.
You two are really good friends, aren't you?
Aw, Yuri. I mean, oh, don't feel sad for me, Yuri. I love you. Please, don't. No. No, don't be sad. I want you.
I might be a little jealous.
No, Yuri. It's not like that. It's you and I, girl. I'm gonna put a ring on you. Please don't. Oh, alright, next.
How come? You and Steven can become good friends too.
Yeah, Yuri, I mean... Yeah, please, Yuri, don't... I want to be friends with you first. I value friendship first, not your bosom or your purple hair and your cute smile and all, and your cute face. I value friendship. Wink, wink. Sayori! As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori.
Me? Yes! Give it to me!
Not really.
Don't be shy. Come on, Yuri.
Steve, I can see it in Steven's eyes.
Even though I hate it. Shut it off! My dad might come in soon. Like wondering what's going on.
It's really nothing.
What is it? Do you have a secret bloodline I don't know about, huh? Oh my goodness. My blood. Alright.
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal and it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well,
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book
Come on, man.
So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
Yeah, I read Tokyo Ghoul, so I'm expecting horror, Yuri, right?
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Oh, I do want to discuss it with you. I'm so in love. I'm in love, guys. I'm in love.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Yeah, I know, right? I'm getting skinny. Shut up, neckbeard. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. No, I'm smitten. I'm smitten, guys.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Me too. I want Yuri so bad. Best girl. Best breeding. Clan restoration act in effect. Stop it, Brad. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. No. 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 Oh my god. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Oh my god. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. Oh, but I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Please, don't make the same mistake. Doki Steven. The Steven in real life in senior year of high school, he passed up a lot of opportunities, especially senior year. I'll definitely start reading it soon, Yuri. Yuri-chan. Watashi no.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Well,
Yuri closed the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There is an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she decides she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison.
Ooh, interesting. Does it have anything to do with the story? You know what, let's just play it out and just ride along with the story, not even think about the theories and stuff. Though it's much more fun, but for my sake, I mean, I can't multitask that much, thinking and reading the story at the same time. Sorry. Oh man, I missed that.
No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Interesting. I mean, I still love you, but interesting. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Steven? No, it's not. I mean, yeah, I read topical. No, it's not that. I read other horror stuff. I'm not into that jump scare grotesque stuff. Anyways. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
That was supposed to be me.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just those kinds of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rumbling, aren't I? Not again.
Don't worry, Yuri. I'm glad to see that you're enjoying yourself.
I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize.
I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
No, Yuri, I'll be a good guy and listen to you. Like a good boyfriend should. Oh man. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Yeah. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
And in fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Oh, Yuri, I want you. Stop with the demonic. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. Oh my god. Oh, I can feel the connection. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry.
I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? You don't have to apologize for anything, Yuri. I want you. I love you already. I'm confessing my feelings to you. You see? Alright, stop it. Okay.
I do. I don't really mean to.
Yuri.
Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closed her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, you're cute. Look at you. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh my heart, God. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Guys, if I'm gushing so much because I'm a sucker for this like romance stuff. Let's get on, keep going. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Ooh, I can feel the heat. I can feel the chemistry. Oh no. It's actually kind of distracting me. Oh my goodness. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? to turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. Oh man. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Oh. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Oh man. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a little silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something. It's not like I can see your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Steven, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
No. Don't worry. Let's just start going out and let's see a movie and you'll start to change. Man, thirsty. It's like I'm living my freaking fantasy. I feel like a freaking neckbeard. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were so self-conscious about that sort of stuff. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Yes, it's kind of cute. Thank you.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Oh my god.
Oh God! No!
No, God, please, no! No!
Monica!
No!
Something was gonna happen. Alright, whatever. Okay, everyone. See what you did, Monica?
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other.
You might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb.
Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you
prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? Yes, it's more fun.
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Man, I'm not embarrassed. I'm a freaking rap god!
Summon, I'm a doom, you assuming I'm a human. What I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm superhuman, innovative, and I made a rubber so
I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, you already know. Yuri, come to Papa. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. I did write this poem for her, so... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional!
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Aw, yes you did. I like it. Oh, I wanna... Oh. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
It's going to hate me. I'm not gonna hate you. I can read your mind because you said it
In your head. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right.
Man, I look like such a doofus.
What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of a writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. That's not the biggest compliment I've gotten, because I'm a rap god! This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Okay.
Well, I know that.
That's not Yuri. Stop it.
I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typically of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up any of them. I think the most noticeable thing I've recognized in new writers is that they try to make their own style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for.
Well,
there are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it'll all come with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Seems like she has beef with Natsuki or something, from what I've noticed. Okay, let's just keep going. I'm not sure if Yuri... I did it again. I'm so absorbed with Yuri, and like so enamored and smitten and obsessed that I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I do love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready for your poem. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy it. I don't care how bad it is. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay. Ghost under the light. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What are you talking about? That was nice handwriting. Why are you so down on yourself, Yuri? Come on. Please. Just be... whatever. What? Yeah, what? Come on. I wasn't thinking that at all. Come on, Yuri. But it took you a long time to read. That's because I'm analyzing it, Yuri. I want to enjoy this. I want to enjoy our time together. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yes, it's pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. It was interesting. I already forgot what went on. Oh my god, man. I was getting through the game. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Oh. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Stephen. Oh, you got me. Okay. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah, yours is... If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Oh, wait. Stop doing that. Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Steven. Please. I'd love to see your best. Me too. Let's try Monica. Let's go up the line. See who was last. Hi, Steven. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ugh.
You're a physical specimen still. I still like you. You're second place.
Sloppy seconds. No, don't do that. You have a better message to spread, Steven. Okay.
Don't worry, Steven. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Steven. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's like above you and out of your league. You're like freaking Queen Bee over here. I mean, whatever, Monica. You're the best. Just know that. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Because I still have to destroy the leaf, you know, and freaking repopulate, you know, plant restoration now. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. I'm wasting effort. I want to destroy the leaf already, okay? Now, back off. No, not you, Monica. Sorry, Monica. Sorry. It's not very fair.
Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
Yes, she did. I talked to her.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it.
Interesting.
It's very challenging to write that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. 'Cause she's the best. I love her. I always think she's better than me.
Don't worry so much about that.
Why do I starting to sound creepy?
You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Bang, bang, dot. Stop it.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. How did I do, guys? Okay, that's interesting.
So, what do you think?
It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway,
What are you talking about, Monica?
here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later.
My voice acting there is horrible.
Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Okay. Well, I'm about to hit the 50-minute mark again, guys. I think I'm gonna end it right there. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you're new, hit the subscribe button, and please hit the bell too if you want to get more content from me. If you want to know whenever I come out with new content. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys for the next episode, and a lot of interesting stuff with Yuri, and we get to know more about Yuri and Monica. It was really boring again, and even I was feeling bored, but anyways, that's it, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Doki Doki Litters Club. Have a good one, young bloods. Bye.